What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room. And this is where we at now. So I made the title of the broadcast short and sweet. So this is the situation here. Apparently, of course, the food stamp situation, which everybody knew that this was going to happen. When JFK Jr., when Robert F. Kennedy Jr. got in office and stuff like that, he was technically appointed to the position of America's health situation. We already knew he had issues. I made a video. I did a broadcast on what he said a while back. I think it was last year. I did a broadcast on it, but it's on my channel. But the thing of this is that, yes, it's time out for, being able to use food stamps for just frivolous things. And I get it. Certain people are mad. Certain people are happy. It is what the fuck it is. But this is the issue right here. When you are using taxpayers' money, definitely for the people out there that are working the job, stuff like that, we're actually having to spend our own hard-earned dollars and strategically plan and make sure that we buy the foods and still try to buy healthy foods as much as possible and things like that. And of course, a little junk food too, but we still have to pay the money that we earn actually out here.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Not living off taxpayers' dollars. So we're about to go here now. We're about to dive off into this situation because this is a huge situation here that's happening in America. This is a new day. Let's go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Since my confirmation, our department has encouraged states to think differently and creatively about how to solve the many health issues facing Americans. One way is by not allowing taxpayer-funded benefits to be used to purchase unhealthy items like soda, candy, and other junk food. The number one purchase by SNAP recipients is sugary drinks. SNAP is a supplemental nutrition program meant to provide health food benefits to low-income families to supplement their grocery budget so they can afford the nutritious food essential to health and well-being. That is the stated
keyword: nutrition. Nutrition. Now, chips and, sodas, of course, that's not nutritious food. Listen, look, I'm not saying that I don't engage in chips and sodas as well, but I do pay with my own cash that I've earned. Let's just keep this real. And people are tired out here. Definitely now that the veil has been lifted and a lot of people can see what's going on, definitely with our tax dollars, a lot of crazy stuff. It just is what it is. No. And yes, the key word in this situation for these people that are getting these types of benefits is nutrition.
Purpose of the SNAP program. The law states it, and President Trump's USDA plans to deliver on it alongside our partners at HHS. So today, I'm proud to sign 6 more waivers for Florida, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Colorado. This is in addition to the waivers we've already signed for Iowa, Indiana, and others across the country. I continue to encourage states to be laboratories of innovation, think through how you can promote healthy families and healthy communities. And because of our historic partnership, USDA and HHS, and the visionary leadership of the governors here with us today and of the states represented by the signings, we are doing something about it. These SNAP waivers are just one piece of the MAHA effort. We work so closely together to encourage voluntary commitments to remove artificial food dyes, among other things, from our food supply. And together we are crafting sensical dietary guidelines for Americans that prioritize whole, healthy, and nutritious foods.
Now, on the broadcast that I did with JFK Jr.'s video, he did talk about those specific dyes. It's when we eat the Cheetos and all that, it's I think it's red dye number 5 or something to that degree, if I can remember. It's been a minute since I made that video, but yeah, it is what it is, man. And these are, and the thing of this is these dyes and stuff like that are made from like the sludge of fucking crud and discarded waste and stuff like that. And this is wild right here, how they've refined these things in order to be able to, put them in food and stuff like that, which I don't know what our health system, what our health community, the USDA and all the type of stuff would allow something like that to go on, but it is what it is, though.
I'm also working with Secretary Rollins on the dietary guidelines, which should come out next month. The dietary, or they're coming out, I think it's the end of September, 3 months ahead of schedule. And the dietary guidelines that we inherited from the Biden administration were 453 pages long. They were driven by the same commercial impulses that put Fruit Loops at the top of the food pyramid. And they were incomprehensible. And we are going to release dietary guidelines that are 4, 5, or 6 pages long, that are understandable, that are simple, and will allow people to make good choices about their food. They will drive changes in the school lunch program, in prison lunches, in military food, and they will begin to change America almost immediately.
Right. And that's where we at. So, all right. We heard what the secretary and also JFK Jr. had to say. Let's go here now. Let's check this part out too.
I'm Jenna Williams in the University area. This neighborhood is considered a food desert, but the University area CDC is doing a lot to help. Behind us is a community garden, and now learning that SNAP benefits will have a couple of less items that you can get. They're doing more to teach the people in this neighborhood about nutrition. Soon, Floridians holding an EBT card will see some restrictions. From the start of 2026 to the end of 2027, Floridians won't be able to purchase soda, energy drinks, candy, or prepared desserts, according to a letter from the USDA.
They shouldn't be able to tell you that. They should.
I think that's wrong.
Yeah,
My
my sister too.
tell people what they can't buy.
Yeah,
A shock to Joanne McCrae.
they're gonna buy anyway.
It's a part of a
I mean, when you're taking taxpayers' money to do it, I find it very delusional that these people think that, you know, the government assistance that they're getting from the taxpayers, the people that go out and work hard every day, that dig the fucking ditches, that, you know what I'm saying, the school teachers, the people that, you know, also actually work in the fucking grocery stores as well.
So what's the French toast is there to think about?
What are you talking about? And you're coming in there with your EBT and you can get significant discounts on food in the grocery store. But at the same time, though, too, you want to go through the grocery store and buy a bunch of crap for your children, which is poisoning their minds, poisoning their bodies, and things like that, and buy nothing nutritional. I think it should be a balance. I'm sorry, but don't get me twisted. I enjoy my chips and snacks too, but I also have a healthy balance of vegetables and stuff that I eat. It needs to be a balance. And a lot of people statistically, and they have the numbers to show it, the reason why they're trying to put this situation in place so that, you know, these people won't just be overrunning buying a bunch of junk food. The reason why they're doing this is because these people are buying a lot of non-nutritional shit.
USDA demonstration project. The state will spend that time looking to see if there's a decline in disease and illness, changes to behavior, and increased nutrition knowledge for food stamp recipients. But it does bring up a different topic. What about neighborhoods with limited access to healthier options?
Unfortunately, in this area, we are in what we consider a food desert. And so part of what we do on a daily basis is figure out how do we support the community.
University Area CDC Chief Operating Officer Leticia Haley Brown.
That's due to who y'all voting in the office around here.
So what's the French toast is there to think about?
If you people would stop voting these super over liberal terrorists in your districts and stuff like that, then maybe you know what I'm saying, or vet, fuck it, just vet the people properly that actually want better for your neighborhoods, and be able to negotiate and bring in decent grocery stores and things like that, and also make sure that the crime is not going down the wrong way and your neighborhoods and businesses would stay there. Let's just keep this real out here.
Says she's now focused on educating the people in University area.
I think the biggest thing is with our SNAP benefits, a lot of times they fall back onto going to the dollar store, going to the local store, the thing that's closest to them, and buying what's available. So then now, as an organization, we got to think what's here, what's available, and what do they have that's on the SNAP list that's available.
She wants to focus on lesser known alternatives that are still available but healthier. And that includes working with nearby stores.
Probably next up, we'll be working with many of the stores and saying, okay, guys, do you see what's on the list? And is it possible that we can add some of these new items and then somehow getting some of these new items here for them to taste before they commit and use their SNAP benefits?
Now, my thing of this is that, I kind of get it to a degree, with maybe some of the food desert stuff. But at the same time, though, too, I've been in gas stations, definitely where I live at, so of course I don't live everywhere in America. And, it works different all across America. It's just the facts. But I've been in gas stations within, my city and stuff like that. Gas stations, and they're selling fucking apples and oranges and fucking bananas in the gas station. And to be honest with you, though, if you know how fruit actually works, you have to know, have some type of old school standards. Most of that fruit be fresh in the damn gas station. So I mean, it's I'm just saying, like, some places I don't understand the food desert thought process. Hold on, let's keep going.
To 7 years ago is when this garden started.
Getting more people to eat healthy isn't new for the UACDC.
We might have some squash.
Inside Harvest Hope Park, fresh fruits and veggies grow year-round in their community garden.
We're constantly thanked in the community for providing this stuff like this.
Add in the nutrition classes and food drives. It's the missing middle between restricting food and the benefits that could come from those restrictions.
As these actions get taken place by the government, there has to be kind of like a middleman, a broker to kind of encourage people like, okay, now that this has been eliminated, this is what options you have.
Shout out to that. Shout out to that. Now listen, look, this is where we are with this. And the thing of this is yes, you know what I'm saying? People hear squash and, cabbage, stuff like that. I guarantee you it's a whole generation of young people that never had any real, soul food. And, our people survived our soul food, since slavery times. I hate to keep bringing that up, but it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Good greens and vegetables and stuff like that. That's all we had. And y'all wondering why them people back in the day and stuff like that lived to be so long, because they wasn't eating fucking hot Cheetos all goddamn day. What is that? That's something I'm also sick of seeing these women out here eating all they love eating these super hot ass Cheetos all day. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, we're gonna keep going because it's real out here in this food desert field, or this non-nutritional ass days.
Trump has made it to where you can't buy junk food on SNAP benefits. Okay, let's talk about it. So,
while she's sitting there eating a bowl of fries, this is crazy.
These billionaires are so concerned, so worried, so mad that these people out here buying dollar sodas, right, with stamps, but they buying motherfucking jets, tax-free. They buying G-Wagons, tax-free. And don't get me wrong, if you can figure out how to play the system, play that motherfucker. But why is you mad? Because them people is buying dollar sodas. So what? They want a bag of chips. The kids was good. The kid want a lollipop.
Oh, my bad. That's pasta.
You just bought a fucking jet. You just bought 5 houses that you didn't put your kids in, talking about It's business purposes. Why you think them celebrities always getting Range Rovers and G wagons? It goes off the weight of the vehicle.
Lord have mercy. She talking out the side of her neck. Listen, look, baby. At the end of the day, though, they buying those things because at the end of the day, it's idiots like you that watch their content, go to their concerts, do all this other type of things and stuff like that. And then to speak on what she talking about. Because basically, you know what I'm saying, she was sending shots at, you know, Trump about, you know what I'm saying, you know, his decision to, you know, put the proper people in place to make these moves. And yes, you know, we as a whole, as America, do need to get back healthy again. We've allowed too much junk food to come into all of our lives. Me too. And I'm not denying it. You know what I'm saying? I can face those facts. And this is where it's at right here. And see, she's being disingenuous, you know, while she's sitting there eating pasta. Because pasta does put weight on you as well. But see, as a 20-year plus chef, I know what food do. I know what food does, what food is more healthy, what food is not more healthy, things like that. But don't get me wrong. Yeah, I have my vices too. But I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying, about, you know what I'm saying, my life and situations, stuff like that. You know, it's all a choice. And this is what we're talking about here. It's all a choice. You know what I'm saying, whether you choose to use your EBT to buy healthy foods or not, because, you know what I'm saying, what the problem here is, you know what? Let's go to the next video. And then I'm going to get with what the problem actually is. Let's go here now. Let's see what this young man had to say. And the thing of this is, you know, I do follow this young man on TikTok, have been for quite some time. He has a little something to say every now and then, but on this particular topic right here, Jesus, let's go here now.
So I've been seeing people clap it up and jump for joy at the fact that they're going to restrict food stamps purchases from junk food and sodas and like snacks and shit. And to see black people, I've seen a couple of black prominent creators get on here and clap that shit up like, oh yeah, they should have been did this, because I done seen, you know, people in the diabetes is running rampant in the hood, and, you know, they should have been did something like this. First off, let's stop acting like y'all give a fuck about these kids. That's number one. Number two, let's stop acting like y'all care about the health of people. That's number two. Because y'all literally see big ass niggas get on here and eat themselves into an early grave, and y'all watch that shit for entertainment. So let's stop the cap. As if, you know, because on one end y'all was complaining when quote unquote food stamp people was buying steak and lobster and eating good on food stamps. Now, like, I'm just like, which side do y'all want to be on? I know which one, but like, I want y'all to say it, because y'all act like folks are buying like these snacks and the junk food and the sodas and shit because, you know, they don't want to buy fresh foods and vegetables and shit like that.
Okay, hold on here.
So what the French toast is going to think about?
Okay, hold on here. And this is something that we all need to start understanding. Men and women, whatever. We need to start understanding that, you know what I'm saying, definitely with this type of situation here, when these people are using government assistance, which is funded by the taxpayers of this country, they are keeping records of what you buy with those EBT cards. It rings up, they do studies and things like that. And see, this is what we're talking about here. We live in a nation, because you idiots out there are not understanding. We live in a nation to where they're keeping records on us. They're doing studies on us every year of what we buy, what we don't buy, how we do things, stuff like that. That's how they can, you know, do propaganda upon us, make decisions on how to, you know, engage with, maybe make a commercial to promote certain things, stuff like that. You people are sitting around here thinking that they don't do studies on us as a society. Yes, they know that the majority of people that are using the EBT cards are buying nothing but a bunch of trash all day.
And what the French toast is
They
gonna
know
think
this. What do you think these people are? You think these people are just going to give you government fucking money and not track what the fuck you're buying with it? What is wrong with you people? Y'all crazy. You think the government is actually going to give you money, government assistance, and not track what you're spending this money on? Oh my god.
But like as if fresh foods and vegetables and stuff aren't, you know, expensive, as if you get more bang for your buck from the junk foods, as if the hoods don't be having food deserts, as if most people in the hood don't even have access to healthcare to eat.
That's bullshit. That's fucking because when you use EBT, you don't pay the full price for the damn food. Like if I go to the grocery store, I'm gonna pay the full $5 for one apple. Motherfucker, you gonna probably pay $1 or $2 for the damn apple.
And what the French toast is gonna
Using
think about?
EBT. What are you talking about? What is he talking about? That's how it's a discount when you use EBT. Just like back in the day when people had food stamps, the book that came with the paper money, and think, well, all money is paper, technically, if you're using, you know what I'm saying, actual physical money. You know what I'm saying? It's all paper. But you know, the paper, trees, you know, the cotton. Anyway, I'm not finna explain all that. But no, at the end of the day, though, it's a discount that these people get using EBT. That you have to pay full price in the taxes on that food if you don't have if you're not using EBT. See, this is the disingenuous bullshit that I'm talking about. This cat talk clean out the side of his neck.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Can get their diabetes checked on. You know what I'm saying? Like plenty of white people in the suburbs walking around with fat ass kids and got diabetes, but they can go get insulin. Y'all don't care about diabetes because y'all voted for Trump, who basically rolled back the Affordable Act that Biden passed to allow people to get access to insulin, affordable insulin. Niggas voted for Trump so that he could roll back everyone being able to get affordable health care, aka Obamacare. And people didn't even know that was the same fucking thing. And if y'all really gave us like, so we're gonna stop little kids from enjoying a soda or some chips. When the
Ain't nobody stopping little kids from enjoying some soda or some chips. At the end of the day, though, if that single mom would take some of that money that she getting hair, nails, and all that type of dumbass shit, things like that, she could buy a little soda. Y'all sitting around here thinking these women ain't coming across no money. Whether, you know, yeah, they not coming across the, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, but these chicks out here every day, man, these chicks coming across cash. Some of these chicks are actually selling these motherfucking food stamps and getting cash. So they could afford they could afford the damn sodas. Man, get the hell out of here. Yeah. You just can't use our taxpayer money to buy all that bullshit no more. And that's just the facts. Listen, man, this is wild right here. Let's keep going.
So y'all mean to tell me I can't buy no snacks off my EBT card? I'm in here shopping, trying to get all my good snacks. Trying to get all my good snacks and shit. See this? All that. Going straight to the buggy with me. All those nice good sweets. What the y'all? For me to get to the register, they couldn't find out I can't buy no more snacks on my EBT card. Tell me I'm ashamed. And tell me that must be ain't true. It took damn people behind me in line and said I must be ain't read the news. Cause baby, what the fuck I'm gonna do with them trying at the house with no snacks? I got to buy cash. Y'all always ready to cut my EBT card off there. No, ain't no way Trump did no shit like that.
Hold on here.
It's a, it ain't true.
Hold
To
on.
my EBT card. Can't buy no more snacks on my EBT.
But your hair done though.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
And I guarantee you that didn't cost her $2. I guarantee you that it cost her no fucking $2 to get them fucking fake ass baby hairs on her fucking forehead. Come on. Oh, I gotta look good. Look good for who? What are you talking about? How about you go old school and do your fucking hair like a real woman? You know, man, cut the fucking crap out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, it is what it is, though.
I'm irritated. I woke
Bet you
up
are.
and now my EBT cannot purchase me no soda, no candy, no chip, no ice cream, no dessert, no nothing. And this not even really about me because I'm fortunate enough that if push comes to shove, I don't have to use that EBT. It's not even in my name. It's not my EBT bar. I don't make enough that I.
Oh, so you scamming out here? Oh, so you scamming? What she just say? Hold on.
I woke up and now my EBT cannot purchase me no soda, no candy, no chip, no ice cream, no dessert, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And this not even really about me because I'm fortunate enough that if push comes to shove, I don't have to use that EBT. It's not even in my name. It's not my EBT bar. I don't make enough that I can afford my groceries, but I make enough that if I gotta eat, then I can eat.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about people who don't even live within 5 miles of a grocery store. People who go and do their grocery shopping at the corner store because that's what's closest to them. And there's nothing for another 10, 15, 20 miles. And nobody has a car. Everybody has to take the bus. So you can only go to where the bus takes you. And heaven forbid if you're disabled and cannot get there. And you don't have a caregiver or the necessities that you need to be able to make shit shake.
Since when these young women start worrying about disabled people?
And what the French toast is there to think about?
What are we talking about out here? Man, y'all got to stop feeding me this bullshit. Like these new age women worry about the elderly and shit like that. Bitch, you ain't even got the... You probably don't even have no elders in your family. The oldest people in your family probably maybe 30. It's just, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you know, listen, look, man, this is crazy right here. This bitch said that at the end of the day, though, she getting food stamps through some, you know, underhanded ass way, because she said that's not even her EBT card that she really using. But she's like, okay, if that shit get cut off, I still got enough money to pay for my stuff or to pay for whatever I want to pay for. And see, this is the trick in the game right here. This is the bullshit that we're talking about right here, that we got these individuals right here like this bat out here using our taxpayer money. I go to work every fucking day, and at the end of the day, the taxes take it out. At the end of the year, I pay taxes. These people, like this bat right here, is sitting around here clearly telling you that you know that they're using shit. No, ma'am. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Yeah, I've heard enough of this hoe. Sorry. I've heard enough. This is ridiculous, baby. This is ridiculous. All right, let's go here now.
One thing I just don't get is why people get so pissed off about people on EBT buying soda. I was in line with someone and I overheard someone else snicker when they said that they were using their EBT because they had so much soda in their car. They had 2 things of soda. 2 things. Who cares? Genuinely, who cares? Like, my thing is, pretty much everyone drinks soda. It's weird to say that poor people should have a different standard than everyone else and that they shouldn't expect the same things out of life. Like, you realize that most people on EBT still work. Most people on EBT just are low income.
So obviously, you know, with the previous young lady I just showed you guys, she said that she still had enough money outside of the EBT. Plus, she also said that the EBT that she was using was not even registered to her. So let's think this thing through. You got people out here scamming and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, though, the government knows what's going on. That's the reason why Trump got in that motherfucker. He figured out all that shit, Doge, all this type of stuff, things like that. That's the reason why they didn't want, Doge and Trump doing all this digging. You got a lot of people out here using the system, using hardworking people's money and things like that to, pretty much just, eat and live and all this other type of stuff. This is crazy.
Most people on EBT are just trying to figure out a way to survive. And yes, you can make EBT stretch if you don't get soda. I know, but it's really not your business how people use it. Because to me, in my mind, EBT is the same as cash. You want to walk up to someone at the store and go, oh, sweetheart, you would save so much money if you just cut out soda. Do you really think you need 2 cartons of soda? Like, it's really none of your business unless you're like their accountant or someone close to them to know their finances. You really don't know if they're able to swing 2 cases of soda a month. And it's crazy because it's like 24 cans. That's about a month of soda if you have 1 can of soda a day. It's really not that crazy. Like, I understand when people say like premium meats and when they spend like hundreds of dollars on beverages and junk food. But to be honest, some people really need to learn that you don't get to dictate how people use their benefits just because the benefits come from tax dollars.
Lies.
What the French toast is that?
Lies. And this bullshit. Yes, this broadcast is going a little bit long here, but it is what it is, though. No, ma'am. Sorry. This bat has lost her mind, sitting up there with them chubby ass cheeks, eating up all the food. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. You're using taxpayers' money, people that are working hard every day. You know what I'm saying? Paying their taxes and stuff like that, because that's what this is. And I'm tired of people not accepting these facts. This is taxpayer money that these people are using to do whatever they want to do, sit on their asses all day, or, maybe work a little bit and get these amenities. That's the reason why Trump put these issues in place and stuff like that. You have to work a certain amount of hours or do a certain amount of community services. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. You have to put in work on this planet if you want something. It's nowhere around this. And it's been long enough that we as taxpayers have been paying our taxes and stuff like that. And, we have to use our own money to buy these things. Now, I'm not saying that proud Americans are proud people that actually work the jobs or do whatever the careers, whatever, and things like that, the things that they, want to do because, it gives them pride and it also gives them, substance in their lives and things like that. I'm not saying that these people are not, don't want to work and stuff like that. But listen, look, when we are working and, the shit has hit the fan now that we've been working to provide for people that don't want to work, or either they think that they can work, this little bit of time and stuff like that. And it's going to supplement the fact that, you got people out here working 50, 60 hours a week, or things like that, to try to, provide and do things, and also provide the tax money that's going to pay for you to go to the grocery store, to buy your fucking donuts, to buy your whatever trash ass shit and stuff like that, when you can buy fruits and vegetables and things. And all this talk about food deserts and all this crazy ass crap, this is crazy to me. You got enough money to get your fucking hair done, but you ain't got enough money to get to Uber or whatever the fuck to get to the proper grocery store to buy the proper food, or either that you're going to a grocery store that's within your proximity, and you're not buying the things that you need to provide proper nutrition for your children so they can be healthy mentally, physically, and everything like that. You're just going to buy the crap because you think that you could buy more crap than you can buy the healthy food. But at the end of the day, though, it's still a fucking super tremendous discount when you're using EBT. This is crazy.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Stop playing with me. You don't pay the taxes on food when you use EBT. So you can buy nutritious food. You can buy this stuff because you're not paying the taxes on it. That's how that shit works. And y'all sitting around here being boo-boo the fool, let these people manipulate you and gaslight you like they gonna use the EBT and pay the same taxes like I would pay if I go to the grocery store with my hard-earned money. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all crazy out here. Stop this shit. This is wild right here. Hold on.
Bitch, you're a Dorito. You was never chose. You're a Dorito, bitch. And you're mad that you're not chose. And you never will be chose.
But you old fish-eyed fool.
But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.